Everyone, we are discussing dialog programming. So dialog programming is basically very different from the reporting program. Uh, this dialog program is also known as transactions. So what happens when the screen is processed, the ABAP runtime environment triggers a specific screen events that we will discuss later. And one more thing, we have many elements provided by SAP for this screen element as a screen element, but there is some gap actually for the rich user experience. SAP has also provided control framework that we will discuss in our next session. Now, as we have told earlier, basically there are three types of screen in SAP. One is selection screen, the another one is list screen, and the third one is general screen, which we are discussing right now. So selection screen and list screen are automatically created with specific keywords. Like for parameter select options, we can generate the selection screen, and for the list screen, like write keywords, we generate the list screen. We also know this is the work process which is responsible for executing the ABAP program on the application server. So basically there are three parts of work process. Let me show you. So work process consists of the one is screen processor, second one is a ABAP processor, and the third part is our database interface. Right. So basically these are the three parts of work process, and this is the screen processor which is responsible for the communication between the work process and SAP GUI. Right. One more thing, the screen belongs to a program, means each program defines its own screens, and the screen cannot be shared with multiple programs, and each program is identified by a number between 1 and 9999. We generally call such type of program as module pool. It is because the role of the program is limited to maintaining a pool of modules, hence the name is module pool programming. And one more thing, the module pool program always executed through a transaction code to which the initial screen of the program is linked. So what happens when we run the transaction? It always triggers the screen flow logic of the initial screen from which other program screen can be called, right? So there are other programs also like function group, which can be called which can be used as a main program as well. So while module pool program, the first processing block is always a dialog module within the PBO event of the initial screen. Let's see some example. I go to SE93. There is one transaction VF03. So we can see this is the module pool program, and this screen number will be called initially, right? Okay, now if we go through this program, go to the object navigator, and here is the screen. Let's discuss the screen attributes one by one. You see this screen. So this is the attribute section. So what are the parts of the screen? One is attribute, second one is element list, and this is the flow logic. First discuss this attribute section. Short description, mandatory field, you have to write the short description of it. This is the language, when it is changed, this is given, this is a package. Now for the screen type, basically we have options. So what do we see? We have screen type as normal, subscreen, model dialog box, and selection den pro. This selection den pro will always be activated when we generate the selection screen. So otherwise, for other type of screen, this option will be gray. Let's go. Let's create one screen where I can show you. Let's create one screen. Let's name is at 100. Here, this is the short text which you have to give. See, this selection din pro is not activated because it is not a selection screen. Now the options are normal, subscreen, and model dialog box. So normal means this is normal, it depends the normal screen. This is the default option, and it is a type of main screen. And this normal screen can have a GUI status, and it can be called independently in the program via a transaction code. Now the second option is subscreen. Subscreen, it defines a screen as a subscreen. A subscreen cannot be called individually. It is always loaded on the main screen. And third option is model dialog box. It displays a pop-up screen. There are various methods of calling this that we will discuss later. Now we go to the settings part. There is hold data. What does it mean? It means screen fields will hold data if the user has enabled it under the system user profile hold data. So where are that? This is the, you see, there is hold data option. If you have enabled this hold data attribute, then this hold data will work. Now the second option is switch off runtime compress. What does it mean? If we check this, then the screen will not be compressed during runtime. Means when a compression is enabled, what the screen does, it automatically remove any lines in which fields are made invisible dynamically. We have option here in the screen programming. We can make the field visible, not visible, active, inactive. So if the compression is not being done, then in that case the line will not be removed. If we made any field invisible, the line will be there in that place if we check this checkbox. Now this is a one template option. This option is used by SAP internally. So basically it is for a template of a screen from which other screen can be generated, but it is never executed. Now the option is hold scroll position. What does it does? The screen holds the scroll position. Suppose you have very large screen, so and you are navigating through many screens. So when coming back to the previous screen, it will hold the scroll position. For that purpose, it is required. And this is without application toolbar. Means the application toolbar will be hidden on the in screen, right? Now there are other attributes also. This is next gen pro. This screen, suppose after executing the PI of a screen, which PVO module of which screen will be called, that depends upon this attribute. It can be settled on in runtime also. We have one statement, set screen statement. So from that statement we can override this setting. If we display the same screen number. We have created this 100 number na, and if we put this 100 in there next to the probe, what does it mean? It means after the PI, PB of 100 will be called. If we set here 200, then what does it mean? In the after the PI of 100, PB of 200 will be called. So this is the option here for calling the PB of screen. Now this is cursor position. What does it mean? This is where the screen will be called, so where the cursor will be initially placed. So this defines the value of field where the cursor will be placed. This is a screen group. We can assign several screens to a screen group to perform any modification consistently on all screens of the group. And one more thing, this screen group can be accessed by one system field. That system field is psi dngr. From this system field we can access the screen group. Rows and columns, this is occupied. This is useful when you will be calling screen as a model dialog box. It will give you the position where to show this screen as a model dialog box. And this is context menu. This context menu, we can assign a context menu for the screen in this field, right? So further, this is element list. Actually, this is the non-graphical representation of the screen field. If you create a screen field in the layout tab, then all those fields will be placed there automatically. And this is flow logic. Here the screen flow logic, we define it and it will be executed by the screen processor. So we will discuss all these things in the next part, part 3. This is part 2, and part 3 we will discuss all these things. What are the elements available, and how we can create them, what are the options there. So we will take one more thing. This layout tab, we have two type of screen creator GUI interface. Let's show you. This is one. This is a graphical creator, and one more options are there. If we check this settings, see graphical layout editor. If you uncheck this, then we will have the alphanumeric type of screen editor. Let me show you how that will open. So see, if we go to layout tab, this is different. Here we can create the screen element as create element. These are all the fields from which we can create. But after the NetBearer version 6.20, we have the graphical editor, and we have to use all those things because it is very easy to create with graphical layout editor compared to this alphanumeric type of screen editor. So that's all for this session. We will meet in the next session, part 3. We will discuss where all those screen elements, how to create them, and what are their significances. Thank you.